We're live here. Yeah, I think we're live. YouTube, what's up? Thanks for tuning in for today's market update. I'm gonna go live here with X right now, and we're gonna have a little chat about what's going on Tuesday, February 11th, in the crypto markets, in markets in general, overall sentiment. Let's have some fun today. YouTube, we're live. X, we're live. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday, February 11th. Quick little breakdown for what you're in for today. We're going to talk a little bit about altcoin performance, whether things are going good, if we actually have an altcoin season, or some indicators we want to look at. CPIs tomorrow as well, and we're going to talk a little bit on memes because that's really all anyone wants to talk about. Any sort of questions I get that come in, anything that I post is anything meme related. So we'll definitely talk about that today. We'll talk briefly on the fear and greed index. Yes. Give me one moment, fam. We're going to just connect with someone real quick and confirm a meeting. This is the fun we get to have in live. Beautiful. Just scheduling another meeting for today. So, yeah, part of it. So, yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing Tuesday. If you do have any questions, feel free to pop it below. Here to answer any questions for you. A couple did come through, mainly on meme coins. So we'll talk about that. I guess really quickly, following up from yesterday, did anyone get in on the jail stool or any of the anything around Dave Portnoy, the Fartnoy coin, anything like that? There's a lot of madness going on with it, which at the end of the day, some of his rants were ridiculous, but I think a lot of people getting involved in the meme coin space, it's a real eye opener, especially those that are, influencers outside of the meme coin space. So really a good eye opener for people overall. Sorry, YouTube. It looks like it's messy in the background here. I got a little set design to do going forward. I got a little setup for you guys for X as well, but we'll get into that. So love to hear from you guys if anyone got into the Fartnoy, anyone got into jail stool as well. How'd it go? Did you get in at the top? Are you, underwater, or did you do well with it? I'm going to pop one just for those listening here. I was a little cryptic about it yesterday. I'm going to go into it from my buddy Tim, who did drop something on the Base Network as well. So if you're following the ticker BRAT, B-R-A-T, Base Billionaire dropped a call on his X account, let's call it that, and in his Telegram talking about BRAT. That token dropped yesterday. Where are we sitting at right now? We're sitting at a $26 million market cap. I know yesterday got up to flirting with that $60 million market cap, but if you did get in on that, congratulations for you. Base Chain does have arguably a lot more obstacles for getting exposure to it. So if you did get exposure to the Base Network, good on you guys. That's fantastic. And I want to hear from you guys. Like, how do you play this meme coin game when things are all over the place right now? Are you just someone who sits on their hands? Are you involved in some Discord groups? Are you looking at some arbitrage options? Are you trading it? I'd love to hear from you guys because as Bitcoin is ranging and chopping between that 90 to about 100K. It's boring in the market, and the fear and greed index is definitely showing that overall. There's a lot of fear in the market, and it's attributed to a lot of factors. But personally, I think just people, I guess with all the onboarding that happened recently over the last month, people are just unrealistic with what's going on. We talked briefly on that yesterday, so just want to hit on that maybe a little bit more today about how people are just unrealistic with what we're seeing in the space right now. So if you're like me, you're patient, you're just letting it play out. Yeah, have a little bit of dry powder deployed for something like this base opportunity that came up, and that's good. If you're someone who doesn't have that dry powder, I'd recommend just sit on your hands and just relax, because when you're looking at the meme coin game, when you're looking at all these arbitrage opportunities, they can come up so fast and go away so fast. So you really have to be patched in, tuned in, and be ready for it. That said, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of opportunities. In my opinion, there's going to be a lot more as well. And when we look at anything that's coming up, you do have to be hot on the press. I have a DGen Bros WhatsApp group, and I did get some flack about not posting the Brat CA in time. But when you're looking at some of these hot movers and how fast they go, it was a matter of, I was in a coffee shop, I was on a meeting call, I took a break from the meeting call just to get this. And between the time when I was at the coffee shop and headed here and was able to verify with Tim about it just being legit on the contract address, making sure that it wasn't, nefarious in any way. Those gains that would have been for my DGen Bros private WhatsApp group was literally evaporated and gone. So some of these fast movers, you really can't be too fast. I do feel a little bit guilty if I'm getting some, DGen friends into something that is potentially a rug pull or no legitimacy behind it. But as myself being like a bit of a degenerate, I also went in on it without even verifying myself. So wouldn't recommend that. But sometimes these things play out that way, and you just got to be fast on the pulse if that does happen. So yeah, we saw that yesterday with Brat, and now we're sitting around a $27 million market cap. And obviously, we're seeing some of the quote unquote influencers hop on this opportunity and talk about it a little bit more. So give me 1 second here. There we go. Just popping another notice out to some of my friends on the Telegram space to join up for this chat today if they want to. So let's talk about altcoin performance, because I think everybody's looking for a altcoin season, and are we actually going to see that altcoin season actually happen? I personally don't know. I'm wildly optimistic and bullish on the fact that we are going to see an altcoin season, as we maybe see a little bit more Bitcoin divergence. But realistically speaking, the amount of fear that's in the market right now, I can't see it happening as we've sort of kind of predicted the way of after the halving that we do see an altcoin season. So likely speaking, we will see it, but altcoin performance is kind of at its actual lowest point it was since July of 2023. So in theory, we should have already seen the altcoin season sort of pick up and happen. Obviously, that hasn't. I want to see from you guys. I want to hear from you. Pop it in the comments on this live. Are you thinking we're actually going to see an altcoin season, or are we going to continually just see people move more into Bitcoin as the fear index is so high and fear is everywhere? Which, as we were talking about yesterday on our live, I think it's kind of crazy seeing that we're in the first few days of February. Bitcoin's within a few thousand of we've got a bullish mug overall. Bitcoin's there you go, Twitter or YouTube, can you see that? Yes, bullish overall everywhere, all day, everywhere, everything we do. But yeah, with that Bitcoin divergence, are we going to see an altcoin season? Usually by the halving, we would have already seen it by now, but I really think it's probably going to be delayed just based on all of the institutional adoption that we've seen within Bitcoin. And we see the Bitcoin ETFs really changing the narrative with whether we see an altcoin season. I think we will see an altcoin season. I think it's probably going to pop out of nowhere, because that's what happens in crypto. It surprises us, and catches people off guard. So likely speaking, we will see an altcoin season. It's going to pop off out of nowhere. Whether when that happens or how long it happens for, I don't know. But if you're a smart degenerate like myself, you're preparing yourself for whatever is going to happen, whether we see a massive altcoin season or whether we just continue to see the ETFs rolling, more people getting exposure to crypto through the ETFs, and Bitcoin continuing to show that dominance overall. Anything can happen in crypto. And as you've seen anything in the last few months, you know that's going to happen. I never had a Trump official meme coin on my bingo card for 2025. And we checked that off real quick here in January. So be prepared for a lot of excitement, a lot of new things overall. Tomorrow, CPI. It can probably be one of those buy the rumor, sell the news. A lot of people do de-risk around CPI. What exactly is CPI? Well, that's the consumer price index, and that's a key indicator to measure inflation and changes in purchasing trends. Obviously, as the biggest market within crypto is within the United States market, that CPI reading plays a big factor on what we see. Generally speaking, a high reading is seen as incredibly positive or bullish overall for the US dollar, while a low reading is seen as bearish. So, as we see the results from tomorrow, that may uh, sort of show us where Bitcoin is going to trend. And we know that right around that $102,000 level is really, really important for that Bitcoin level. So if we can hit that 102,000 level and break beyond that, I do see a real return to meme coins and altcoins gaining some steam. Right now, we've got Solana and Sui right around 343. Yesterday during the live, it was sitting at 325. So bit of seeing some momentum in that. And then Solana just right around that $200 level, which for me is really bullish overall, just seeing that it can hold that key level and seeing all the fear in the market and Solana really not being affected too much by that. So in my opinion, really bullish overall and really positive overall too. Talking about the fear and greed index, we've got a few things in the works here for you guys on X and as well for YouTube Live. So hopefully you won't just have to see my ugly mug and if you're on YouTube, the mess here that's bothering me and I see it in the corner of my eye. And we need to clean that up next time. But hopefully we can have not just my mug on these live shows. I can actually show you some charts. I'll show you a little bit more going forward, but we just need to get everything set up here for you guys. Going back to the fear and greed index, I think that although it's in a fearful spot right now, I mean, today's sitting at, well, technically neutral at 47. Yesterday was in the fear side at 43. Last week, we saw it in the greed aspect at 72. And last month, it was in the greed side at 62. Now, when we look at the fear and greed index, I mean, the year high on the fear and greed index was, I wrote on my notes 94, and that was right around the third week in November. That's where we saw, obviously, the alts really performing well. We saw Bitcoin performing well. We saw the entire market doing well. That said, I personally feel more greedy now than it was in November, but I'm not like everybody else, I guess. That when we look at the year low, if anyone's been around for more than a few months here in crypto, you saw the fear low August 5th, and that was at 17, and that was the biggest sort of fear aspect of the market. That was the Japanese carry trade of the yen, and quote unquote, everything was crashing. It's really interesting now that we're February 11th, 2025. There's a lot of overwhelming fear in the market. We're below 50 on the fear and greed index. That said, we've got Bitcoin ranging around 100K. We've got Solana ranging around $200. In my opinion, we should be far more greedy overall on the charts. But that's kind of showing us that Maybe the market isn't ready for what's happening yet, and maybe the overall sentiments of those unrealistic expectations of a lot of people is really becoming true, and people are really fearful in the market. So we'll see that change over time. If there's any big swings on the fear and greed index, be sure to share it with you guys overall. And going forward on a few other lives, I'll be able to show you some charting. So that should be good overall. Let's shift briefly to meme coins, because that's really where only the discussion was. It's funny because whenever I post questions up, it's like meme coin only every day, all day, and just really shows me that like meme coins are here to stay. And as Gary Vee says, we're in the attention economy, and that's really, really proving true with meme coins overall. So I guess really quickly, I'll start with exciting news on Goku, which I'm one of the admins on. Goku is proud to announce that we actually got listed finally on CoinMarketCap. So you can pop on CoinMarketCap and see Goku, which is at Saiyan on Solana here on Twitter. It looks like there's a little mistake on the CoinMarketCap because it's listing us at over $1 billion fully diluted valuation. I would love for that to be true, but not quite the case. With Goku, we are sitting at a $15 million market cap. With the recent flush out, we did saw it drop as low as a $7 million market cap. And that was only 4 days ago. And we blasted back up to that $15 million market cap. So really exciting, obviously, for Goku and Saiyan on Solana. When you look at what we're really focused on building here with, a really, really strong mother cult army, that's what's happening. I mean, we're actively pushing our Telegram community. We're over 700 members in our Telegram, which is amazing. And obviously, you can see that recent dip. The recovery from Goku has been tremendous. One of the awesome sides of it is we do have a large partner in the crypto space that is a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z and Goku itself. You can actually see on my X account, I did clip up that video of Kyle Dupes from Crypto Banter talking about the Goku support levels and how it's doing so well overall. So Kyle Dupes from Crypto Banter, that's a mouthful. Kyle Dupes from Crypto Banter is a huge supporter of Goku and Saiyan on Solana, is a bag holder, still a bag holder, and likely will be a bag holder for a long, long time, because he really believes on what we're doing with this project and really wants to be part of something bigger with us, which is awesome. Other than that, if you guys do have any questions on specific memes, hit me up. I'm happy to take any questions real quick on that. One question that did come through was Pepe and how my Pepe play has been within the meme coin cycle. So Pepe, I mean, not financial advice. Don't recommend you following what I did here. I did take advantage of Miles Deutscher when he did have that Pepe giveaway on Blowfin. So was able to get a decent allocation of Pepe through Blowfin and continue to add to my spot position with that. Once Pepe got listed on Coinbase, I actually sold 95% of my position. And when I did that, I did it in small chunks just to avoid price action. And when you have a big token like that, it's not going to really affect the charts with my position. But for me, maximizing my profits, pulling from that, doing it in small slices definitely worked out better overall. So long story short, when I got listed to Coinbase, I pulled most of my position away from Pepe, put it into other allocations. With the recent market dip, with Pepe sitting at, where did I get back into it? I got back into Pepe sitting at right around a $5 billion market cap. Let's see here. No, we're at 4.1. So we got in, where's this? Just right before the zeros drop. So 0.0000997. So If that makes any sense to you, if you're in the Pepe realm or the meme coin realm, you'd understand that a lot more. If you're not, have any questions on it, hit me up. But that's been my play with Pepe. Is it the right call? Well, I mean, when we do a quick little from the top, we're sitting at 177% from the top. So it was a good play overall, and we're back into it for hopefully more gains along the way. So if you do have any questions in terms of meme coins or in terms of the market, how to play it, how to understand it a lot more, first off, I'd give a huge shout out here to Crypto Banter. Go take the crypto schools, whether that be Sniper School. I know my wifey is actually on a Zoom with Sniper School right now. So do Sniper School, do Whale School as well. You'll understand the fundamentals of trading. You'll understand, the emotion side of it, how to remove it from there. It's effectively like a free course overall. You just have to get some spot allocation in Blowfin, which is really easy overall, or a recommended exchange that they have. But if you have more questions on how to get exposure to that, feel free to hit me up. I'm happy to talk more in the crypto space with those. That kind of does it for me for right now. Just wanted to pop on and give a quick little bit of an update for Tuesday today. I will be on X for a little bit longer today as I'm clipping up a lot of videos for work. And also, I have a nice little chat with myself and Aiden, who I'll tag when I post some of those clips. We had a nice little chat on this past weekend, just talking everything crypto. I met him at the Real Vision Crypto Gathering the other week in Miami Beach. Dude is got a lot to share, an amazing perspective. Young guy who's arguably been in crypto longer than probably most of you watching this, which is phenomenal. What were you doing at 13 years old? Were you buying crypto or were you trading? Probably not. Anyway, I think that does it for our Tuesday. Really quick update. We'll have a nicer sort of set. YouTube, I'm sorry, it will not be this messy going forward. And thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know. I got nothing else to share. Went through my agenda way faster than expected. So maybe we'll have a couple open slots if people have questions, but also some lightning round stuff that I can address going forward. But thanks for tuning in this Tuesday. There'll definitely be more coming up ahead. Let's sign off with a little bit of music, a little bit of chill time. I like this lo-fi stuff when I'm doing work. Really effective. That's it. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.